What is up guys, Thunder Studios here, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Leader Class Galvatron. So Galvatron here, he looks the part. He looks like an on-screen animation model and it looks really good. But he doesn't really feel like a leader class in my opinion. He's just a bit light and the plastic doesn't feel the best. It's just not dense compared to like some other leader classes I have. So yeah, I get that like they needed to make him a leader for his size and everything, but he just doesn't really feel like a leader. And in terms of parts count, they do kind of like throw him in with some pretty useless accessories with the Galvatron's revenge ships from the movie. They only scale with the HasLab Unicron, and yeah, they're pretty much useless, but you can combine them together and he can use it as a gun, which does not look convincing at all. Which, yeah, it sucks. Because like they could have just made them like $5 cheaper and just removed these and no one would have noticed. But if you did want to keep them, you can just, there's two tabs here, and you can just attach it onto the figure, like so. And yeah, that looks okay from the front. And he also comes with the Matrix of Leadership. It's on this chain here. Fortunately, it isn't a real chain, it's just a molded piece of plastic. But yeah, it's just the Earthrise Matrix of Leadership. And it's painted pretty well too. He can't hold it because he doesn't have articulated hands, which really sucks. Galvatron also comes with his fusion cannon. And yeah, I have to say this looks pretty good. Unfortunately, it is a bit long. It's just a bit too big. And also, it's a bit rattly on mine, like the parts aren't fully intact. And if you squeeze them together, it still feels rattly. But I do really like how it's all painted in silver. I guess that is where the leader class budget goes. But to peg it onto him, you either have two ports, one on the arm and one on the wrist. I like the one on the wrist because it looks better with posing, but then that makes it a bit too long for the robot mode. So then if you put it up on his shoulder, it looks a bit more proportional, but it does look weird. Like when you move his arm and it doesn't move. Yeah, they could have just made it a little bit shorter and I would have had no issues. Speaking of the leader class budget, the paint on this guy is really good. For example, the face here looks really nicely done with that silver paint, and the red eyes just looks so menacing. I would have liked more of like an evil smirk than just like a boring scowl. But yeah, and also this is the legacy one, so it doesn't have the backwards issue with this. And they did remove some of the battle damage from the Kingdom one. But yeah, the silver paint everywhere is really nice. I only wish they could have painted the chain in silver. That's like the only complaint I have with the paint, because everywhere else it looks really good. Especially like on the treads here, like most figures wouldn't even paint them in. It looks really good in terms of paint. What I don't like is all the kibble on this guy. Like for example, the treads on the arms here, you can like unplug them to move them about, but they're just kind of awkward when trying to pose them. And just this back part here, it untabs quite a lot. And yeah, this part doesn't really have a natural locking place. And yeah, to the backs of the legs, they are filled in, but there's like this little flap here that folds around and does look a bit odd. And yeah, down here, to use the ankle tilt, you have to like get in there. Like you have to, because of the transformation, it's quite stiff. It's hard to explain, but yeah, most of the joints are just in the ankle, so it's not really the most stable thing. And the hip skirts, they rotate out to the side instead of just going up and down, which do look a bit odd. I really like how he has a separated hip skirt piece there. And then the shoulder things can move out the way. As for his articulation, he has a ball joint at the head, which is a little bit limited. If they could have raised it up a little bit more, you could have gotten a better range of articulation. His arms go out all the way, like pretty much like that, which is really good. He has bicep rotation if you untab the tank treads, a double jointed elbow, and wrist rotation. The only thing I do wish is that he had articulated fingers so he can hold the matrix. He also has a waist joint, legs kick up that far, back that far, out to the side that far, thigh rotation, knee bend, which is just about 90, and ankle tilt that only goes that far because of the transformation. So yeah, he has a decent range of posability, but he looks really good. I still can't get over that. He looks straight from the screen. Yeah, the colors are a bit off, but they're more vibrant, and I kind of like it that way. And yeah, they did inevitably release the Studio Series 86 one, so let me know in the comments if you want me to get that, review it, maybe get the DNA kit, because this guy is pretty small compared to the Commander class Optimus Prime. They're about the same height, and I'm pretty sure in the movie, Megatron was the same height as Optimus Prime, and Galvatron was a lot higher. So I am thinking about getting the DNA kit, so let me know in the comments if that's something you would like to see. And that would also help out with the proportional issues with the cannon. So yeah, with his size comparisons out of the way, let's move on to his transformation. Okay, so for his transformation, what you're going to want to do is take the cannon off and the matrix and just pop them off to the side. For the first step, you take the wrists and fold them in. Then you use the double jointed elbows, line that up with the pegs up the top, like that. Then you unpeg the tank piece, the tread pieces on its arm, and just fold them like that. Then take the backpack piece and then fold this down. Then you take the arms, lift them out like this, and then you take the torso and the head, flip that back, and the torso goes up there. The cannon that just pegs in. There is a little bit of clearance issue on my copy, like so. Then fold that out like this. Then take this top part, peg that in there. Then take the legs, fold them back, fold this barrel piece into place. And once you do that, you can lift this part up on the peg and peg that piece down. Once you have done that, you can take the legs, bring them together, unfold out these pieces like so, then connect the legs together, just make sure they are lined up, and then just bring down the entire leg joint like this and there, and then fold out this piece here, and just make sure everything is pegged in. Fold this straight, and once you have done that, then take these flat pieces and just bend them inwards like so, peg them together in the middle and peg them on the outside. Now once that is out the way, you can take the hip skirts, just fold them out like so, then fold these two in like this way, fold out the arms like so, and just peg the hip skirts into these black pieces like so. And once you have done all that, just get everything lined up. With the accessories, take the fusion cannon, take this part, put it at the back of this part here, like so. Then take this huge orange piece, stick that onto the front. Then with the matrix, do what he did in the movie, and there is a tab there and a peg there. So it actually holds over the cannon there, which looks really good. And then the Galvatron Revenge ships, there's like this cavity there, and you can just peg them onto the barrel like so. And yeah, there you have the transformation. It was a little bit convoluted, but overall it was okay. And for the purposes of this review, I'm going to be taking the Galvatron Revenge ships off and putting them off to the side. Just taking a look at this here. It looks really dang good. Looks pretty accurate to the movie. Like, not that he transformed into anything important in the movie, just a cannon here. But yeah, this is a really good figure. It looks really good, especially with all the paint on show, like all the silver paint and some of the red and the black on the feet there and the silver on the treads. This looks really good. Just wish there was a little bit more paint on the cannon, just to have some like grey or black stripes like it did in the movie, just to break it up a bit, because this should be completely solid plastic if it was to be accurate to the movie, but it looks cool in transparent orange. And yes, it is Blast Effect compatible. It has a 5mm peg at the end. But yeah, this looks really awesome. And it rolls okay-ish. But it is a Canon. And why would you need to roll it? But yeah, it's really cool how the matrix just pegs in there. And it looks like it's floating, just hanging down. Let's get this transformed back up and I'll give you my final thoughts. Yeah, so what do I think of this figure? Short answer, it's okay. Long answer, it has a lot of nitpicks that I could sit here and nitpick, but it's a pretty good toy. It's just the price that I can't get behind. Like, they throw in useless junk and expect it to justify the price. Like, especially with how expensive leaders have been lately, I don't really think that this guy is worth full price. But 50% off, 100%. I found this guy for 50% off. Same with Legacy RC and Black Arachnia, so expect them reviews soon. But wow, this guy is worth it for, like, I think, was it 60 bucks? So yeah, if you can find him for 50% off, if you still can, because he's like super old now, yeah, I'd say pick him up. But anything over that, anything like 20% off, I'd still take it. But full price, not worth it. Even the Shearer Series 86 one, not worth it. But if you can still find that, I'd say pick it up. It's pretty enjoyable to mess about with and looks good on my collection. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe and comment what you thought of this. Peace.